True crime, murder, mystery, and British whimsy, all of the ingredients to the cocktail that is Thursday Murder Club, and it's coming to Netflix. Here's everything you need to know about the upcoming book-turned-movie and one big concern that fans already have later in the video. First question right off the top, what is Thursday Murder Club? And to put it very simply, it's a hit. It's a book that released in 2020, and before it even came out, the movie rights were already sold to a production company that is run by a little filmmaker, you may have heard of him, Steven Spielberg. 5 years later, here comes the movie, and it's coming to Netflix. Now, what's this story about? It's a good question, and it's a very easy one to answer because the long and short of it is, this is Only Murders in the Building, the movie. There are so many comparisons between this upcoming Netflix movie and the Hulu series Only Murders in the Building. 1. A group of true crime fans come together to solve cold cases. Check. 2. Their fandom becomes real when in their building happens a murder. Check. And 3. The group takes it upon themselves to try to solve the case. Check. And of course, that leads to mysterious suspects, run-ins with the police, and that fine line between your hobby becoming something much more dangerous. Check, check, check. And probably the biggest surprise between how this show and this upcoming movie are related, most of the group, older folk, in their 70s, retirees, true crime fans now solving a real murder mystery. It's so crazy how these projects come together where everything is so similar. No Strings Attached and Friends with Benefits, Apollo 13, Armageddon, and now Only Murders in the Building and Thursday Murder Club. Really, the only big difference between these two shows is Only Murders in the Building, very New York, like super New York, like a mix of 70s and today New York. Thursday Murder Club, so British, like unbelievably British. All the things they do, all the things they say, all the things they wear, very, very British. And it has a very British cast. And that is going to come in handy because another thing about Thursday Murder Club, it is a murder mystery that is wrapped in quick wit and charisma and charm and leaning on lovable characters, and they got a stellar cast to fill this thing out. First off, leader of the club, Elizabeth Best, a former spy who will be played by Dame Helen Mirren, the incomparable Helen Mirren. Couldn't pick a better actor to lead a movie. By her side is a retired union activist named Ron, played by James Bond himself, Pierce Brosnan, who, I'm going to come out and say it, this might be a hot take, I might be missing somebody let me know who I'm forgetting. The hottest British guy of all time. I just watched Mrs. Doubtfire the other day, and man, is Pierce Brosnan looking good in that movie. The hair, the chest hair, all the hair. He's just an absolute stud, and you look at him in this trailer, he looks incredible. This guy's just an Adonis, and he's been doing it for pert near 40 years. Shout out Pierce Brosnan. Name me a hotter British guy. Put it in the comments. I'd love to see it. And on the other side, you have Ibrahim, a retired psychiatrist played by Ben Kingsley, who later this year will also be appearing in the Marvel Studios Disney Plus show Wonder Man. Big year for Ben Kingsley. And rounding out the group is a retired nurse played Joyce, played by Celia Imrie. This is a huge cast, a stud British cast for a stud British movie. We can't wait to see how Netflix embraces the Britishness of it all, because when you look at it, that's kind of their bread and butter. They got shows like Bridgerton, which is one of their best hits, and also they got the murder mystery thing with Knives Out and Glass Onion and Wake Up Dead Man set to release later this year. So you take both hands, you put them together, Netflix is in their bag, and they got a great cast for this upcoming movie. Now, with a cast like this, who could be directing? Who's behind the camera? Well, it's another legend in the game, the one Chris Columbus, who is no stranger to adapting books, as he was behind the camera for both of the first two Harry Potter films, as well as Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2, and Mrs. Doubtfire, that movie with Pierce Brosnan where he was looking super hot. I digress. Chris Columbus, this is his first movie in 5 years and only his third of the last decade. And I'm wondering, is this the best cast Chris Columbus has ever had to work with. Because you look at those Harry Potter casts and they're legendary now, but at the time, we had a young Daniel Radcliffe and a young Emma Watson that weren't really at their stardom when Chris Columbus was working with them. And then you look at Home Alone, same thing with Macaulay Culkin, and Mrs. Doubtfire, of course, was a great cast. But this, you got Helen Mirren, you got Ben Kingsley, Academy Award superstars, and then a veteran, Pierce Brosnan, and Celia Imrie. I mean, this is something that Chris Columbus cannot wait to get a hold of. He's even said that this is one of his favorite casts he's ever worked with, and this is going to be an incredible experience for anybody watching. And Netflix is hoping for just that, because another thing about the Thursday Murder Club is that it is the first of 4 books in a series written by Richard Osman. And with that, we're thinking franchise, we're thinking IP, we're thinking sequels, a third one, a fourth one. Netflix is hoping to bag this up and make it a product. And with that, everybody involved is going to be making a lot of money, especially with the built-in fan base that the Thursday Murder Club already has, which is one big concern that fans of the book already have. You have this story, it's a murder mystery, leans on suspense and cliffhangers and the whodunit of it all, and there's a lot of stuff happening in each book, so they're wondering, why not make this a series? If you're going to do the Only Murders thing, do the Only Murders thing. Fans are worried that they're going to leave a lot of things out about these characters in effort to make this a movie instead of a series. And the other weird thing about it is, we're already on Netflix. We're watching it at home. It's a streaming product. So do the thing. Make it season 1, season 2, season 3. You're Netflix, season 4, part 1, season 4, part 2. And then, eventually it's season 5, part 1 through 6. And all those things that they're doing with Stranger Things. The point is, people are worried that these books are going to be reduced to movies and lose a lot of their charm. So the question is, what's the best way to adapt a book in today's age? Is a streaming series the move, like Only Murders, or is Chris Columbus and this stellar cast ready to make the next great murder mystery franchise? So, August 28th, who's tuning in? Are you excited for Thursday Murder Club? Have you ever heard of Thursday Murder Club? Is there a hotter British guy than Pierce Brosnan? These are the questions we need to answer, and I want to hear from you. I'm Matt Rimke. Until then, we'll see you next time.